everything going? Pink. Yes. Sorry, when I was playing in the settings, I kind of needed to close that out. So, okay. As good as it's gonna be. I can hear you, which is a plus. All right. Yeah, I think everything looks good. Finally. Ironically, I'm actually getting an echo somewhere. It's okay. I was actually getting an echo from my screen, which was weird. So I had to figure out where that was. Some tapped side turns up on. I don't know why. Oh well. Okay, well. Things are actually working, so. I love those last minute issues. They're fun. Yeah. Let's see what the other PC is doing. Wants to bother me about updating stuff. It was just put together the other day. Come on. Oh well. Check. Oh yeah, this is muted. Alright, we're just gonna go right to the other screen. Which I have not set up yet because I forgot. Alright. Alright. It's a very scuffed night. Oh, and I actually forgot something else. Darn it. Too many things.
All the things.
Alright. Because, of course, I can't actually display the contents of the one on the other until I duplicate it. So, now people can actually see. Alright, so, somewhat scuffed, but it's going. It is going. And I wanted to play music, but the music was not working at all. I don't know why. And I'm not going to mess with that. So, it does actually appear that the reactive PNGs are working. So that's a plus. I'm going to adjust them a little, though. Probably. Somewhere. I'm not really sure where to stick you guys.
Yeah, that's a loaded question.
Well, I mean, there's that aspect too, but I think we'll just stack you on top of each other. That looks okay visually.
And it started already. No, I was kidding.
Come on, I had to say that. And you literally are just, hovering up there above me. At least to anyone watching. So, yes, everything looks right. People can see stuff. I think we're actually ready, finally. Okay.
I'm all good on my end.
Yeah, I've got Roll20 up. I've got my character sheet popped out to another screen, so it's nice and easy.
Yep.
All right, so I probably need to move you guys to another map. because otherwise I don't think you can see it. So, let me see. I figure this is just copying and pasting you guys over. Probably.
Right.
Alright, so this map is on a completely different scale, but you should be able to see all of it, and we're just gonna hop you off to the side here so you can see the map. Hopefully. And hopefully that just worked.
No, I think you need. There's when you pick a scene from the scene list or from the list of your maps and stuff. There's a button you have to click to bring everybody over to it to make it the active scene. It's one of the ones on the left hand side. I think it's been a while since I've DM'd inside Roll20. I normally use something else, but there's a. If you go up to your very default one at the very top. Like your default scene, you'll see it when you're looking at the list of scenes. If you look at your default one, there'll be like a red player icon on it, indicating that's where we are right now.
Oh, okay. I just drag it. That's it. That's it. Okay. So I guess I didn't actually need to. Well, I said it was gonna be scuff.
There you go.
Now you can see the map. Now you can see the map.
I can see the map.
Yeah.
I can see.
Actually,
I can fight.
Let me get rid of you guys on here. So you're not actually on this map per se. You're just represented by this little mounted horse guy. Because this is the overland map. This is your vague knowledge of the area. Vague.
In all its glorious sexiness.
Yes.
Yes.
You see these little circular wooden things. Those are your vague idea of where cities are. You should be able to see like 5 of them.
Yep.
Alright. And you should be able to see the roads too, I think.
Yep. And you can see our little bridges as well.
Yep, okay. So, you are coming back up from the south through Alfheim, which, since neither of you is a elf, that's a place you have probably not been. Well, I mean, except for traveling through it. Because Alfheim doesn't really do, like, any special, like, mercenary stuff, which is what you guys have been doing. So, they haven't had a big need for you guys. You're just traveling through the fields to get there.
Okay.
Alright, so the idea is that you want to get over to here. Where is my ping? Come on. I know it's here. Somewhere.
Over here?
Yes. That's where you want to go. Oddly, I can't seem to ping it. But you gotta follow the roads to get there, obviously.
Right.
So the way overland travel works is that by horse, you can move up to 3 hexes per hour. And you can travel for up to 8 hours per day. Personally, I think 8 hours is kind of short for a trip of this era. But that is what they want to do. So I'm going to go by the book there. I'm figuring they think that at least another 8 hours is probably other stuff related to traveling. And that's how it works out. But let's see. Figuring you want to move across the road, or on the road, I should say. Let's see. 3, that's 1 hour. And you get to right here on your second hour. And then you see something. You see something. And I have art for this if I can find it. Come on. It's thinking. I may have too much art, because I am not finding it. Alright. I know it's here. Come on. Nope, not that one. And not that one. Alright. Hang on. I will find it. Jeez. This is what I get for not having actually looked at it in the last couple of days. Okay, well, since I am not finding the one I am looking for, let's go with this. It's probably going to be big. Nope, it starts really small. We're going to make that really big. Okay.
Oh.
You see a bunch of smoke rising from this area right here on the map. And you can see what is probably flickering flames above the trees. So, the question becomes, will you go to the fire, or will you not go to the fire?
Well, Red's primary purpose is to help out Vivian on getting back to her home. So he is going to take his lead based off of whatever Vivian decides, whatever direction Vivian decides to go.
All right, and I also see. Well, all right. So the fire that's happening is in Alfheim, you said?
No, you are traveling out of Alfheim. That is behind you.
Oh, that's behind us. Okay.
Yeah, what you see is actually another city that you do know of, which is the city of Dornarel. It's where the Elven outpost basically is. They're not actually part of Alfheim, but they're kind of the contacts in the region for that.
I mean, the fire would mainly would probably concern me. So I would want to see what's going on.
Okay.
And check and see if anybody is alive and.
Well, you should also know that as elves, they actually have a small tree village, I guess you could call it. It's not really a tree city, but they live in the trees. So if there's a fire there, that's probably a big problem for them. So there is that aspect. So do you want to talk to each other and role play out maybe your decision here? I mean, because you do see the fire, so.
Okay. Well, since I've noticed the fire and everything, I go and say, maybe we should go check that out. It seems like it seems like one of the cities is in dire need of help.
But what assistance can we offer? If we go, that if that fire is as large as it may seem, the bridge, is there another way? Do you know?
Well, I can tell you because you're right next to the bridge at the moment. The bridge is actually larger on the map than it actually is, just because I couldn't help the scaling. So you are actually next to the bridge right now, and you can see that this bridge at least is intact.
So,
I mean,
go ahead.
I mean, I don't really know if there's if there's anything we can do to help, but we might as well try.
All right. Before before we cross the bridge, Red's going just to jump off of Pebbles for a moment, take a piece of cloth and just make it good and soaked in the river. Wrap it around his face to help in case there's smoke or what have you when we reach the town. Climb back on Pebbles and direct kind of nod off to Vivian to lead the way.
Okay. So, as you guys move to cross the bridge, I'm gonna switch which map we're on because suddenly across the bridge come a few things you should notice. Where is my map? And you're probably going to see the whole map because I don't think I set the. Oh, and I need your icons. 1 second. Now I need your icons.
They're probably still copied, but
Probably, but maybe not. I did just add that, so I'm going to grab a new copy just to make sure. Alright. Oh, actually, I think they're on the wrong layer, so you can't actually see them yet.
them.
Haha, yes, them.
Uh-oh.
It's a them. Suddenly, you find 4 hobgoblins. Pretty sure those are hobgoblins. I need to zoom in my map a little. It's a little too big.
Any of the hobgoblins.
Yes. This is the deceptively easy part of the fight.
My ginormous Pebbles will eat the.
This is the introduction. So
Red will shout out to the hobgoblins that are blocking the path or that are in the path in front of us. You're telling them to give way. We're trying to reach the village.
Well, I don't think either of you happen to speak Goblin. I don't recall if you do, but
I don't. I yelled it out in Common in hopes that they spoke Common.
Sadly, they do not. Instead, they say something in Goblin that really doesn't sound like language to you. It's more, grumbly sounds. It does not sound friendly, though. And they raise their weapons at you guys. So, I would say not friendly.
Oh, joy. Okay.
So Red will dismount off of Pebbles, draw his long sword as well, and kind of give Pebbles a little pat on the neck, which Pebbles will know means to stay back, and raise my shield and sword and kind of give a stare down to see if they make a move first.
Well, this is probably the time that everyone should roll initiative, because turn order is going to be something here. You should be able to do it on your player character sheet. So
yeah, just click the word initiative.
I have to figure out how I do that for these guys. So I can't seem to click it the way I should think I'd be able to. Oh, no. Okay. Ha! Wrong sheet! That would be why. Somewhere.
Okay, I think I did that right?
There we go.
Yep, you did it right.
Okay.
I need a couple of these guys. Wow. You guys all rolled pretty badly.
Well, we both rolled ones, so yeah, pretty badly.
Yeah. Yep. So I guess they're acting first. I don't have any particular order for these guys, so I'm gonna say that the one in the back is the slowest one, who I think is going after both of you guys. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives us the first 2. And they're not too picky. They just want to hurt people, so this is going to be a pretty easy thing. Hobgoblin 1 comes over here. And if this works... oh, wow. Okay, I think he whiffed. A 6 is pretty darn low.
Yeah, a 6 isn't hitting me. I see him swing, and I just kind of like lean back a little bit and watch the sword go flying by and give him a little smirk.
Alright. This one might hit, because he got a 19, though.
Yeah, 19 hits. 19. Well, my armor class is 19. Can't remember if 5e if you have to beat or just hit or just meet armor class. I think it's just meet.
Yeah, you have to meet it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that hits.
Alright, so... It should have actually rolled the damage, and I'm not sure why it didn't.
You actually have to click on the word attack in the there you go.
Okay. Sorry.
So
it's a
7.
Little adjustments.
Yeah, no problem. Gotta learn the tools. That's all. It'll take a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one is going to come over here and is going to attack Vivian. So they're not doing anything fancy. And wow, that's a whiff. These guys did not do so well. I mean, they're kind of quick, but they're failing pretty utterly in the rest of this. Okay.
All right.
So it's your guys' turn.
So my turn first, I guess. And I will kind of give a little bit of roll of the shoulder, just kind of get myself ready to swing after having taken the glancing blow from that guy. Raise the long sword, and the guy that struck me, so the one that's directly beneath Vivian's horse, I'm going to swing at him, and 14.
That does not hit.
All right. And do I get a second attack? I can't remember if I do or not with the fighters.
Fighters, you do get a second attack.
All right, then I shall swing again at the same guy. And that one also does not hit. So apparently this one guy seems somewhat
he's capable.
Decent. Yeah, he's somewhat capable in battle.
All right, let's see. It should actually say if you have... Yeah, you have extra attack, so... Good. All right. So, next.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I am going to cast Guiding Bolt at level 1 on the goblin on the goblin right next to me. Do I just click on the spell name, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Oh, okay, yeah, and it says cast level 1.
Ooh, wow.
Ooh, that's 22.
That was the one right next to you, right?
Yeah. For a total of 14 radiant damage, and the next attack has advantage.
Well, it does not matter. It does not matter.
Wait, is it dead?
Yeah, he is dead. Very, very dead. Where is my icon? Bloop.
That's what happens when you wear
Yeah, let's do that.
metal armor and get struck by lightning.
Well, we're just gonna toss him off to the side because he's very dead. He only has 11 hit points, so yeah, dead. All right, that brings us to the last one. Oop. Then I will hit random things. All right. Let's see. He's going to use his longbow because he's... Wow. Okay.
Oh.
All right. So, seeing the obvious threat here, he took aim at Vivian for this and does 9 points of damage.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, I got it.
Okay. Alright, and I think that means it's back to the turn. I did it again. That is back to the turn of the hobgoblins. So, they're gonna make attacks, and well,
And they both whiff this time.
They did not do so well. It was not a good time for them. So,
All right. I'm gonna swing at the competent guy.
okay.
Missed. Swing at the competent guy again. That's
Ooh.
a hit. 13 damage.
And that was the one beneath you, right? Or
No, that's the one closest to Vivian.
okay, this guy, and he is also dead. So we're gonna
So yeah,
move him out of the way.
he keeps dodging, and he was starting to get a little bit cocky, and he dipped down, and I just brought the long sword right up underneath his jaw, and
Swish.
that apparently was the end of him.
Yeah, blood went everywhere.
I then turned to look at the guy who's remaining standing in front of me. I kind of give him like a little tilt of the head, like, "Are you sure you want to stay here?" And see what his reaction will be eventually.
All right. Well, they're not terribly smart, but Vivian gets to go now.
Okay, let's see what I have here. All right, I'm actually going to save spell slots and cast Sacred Flame on the one that's on the one in the back.
Okay.
I rolled it twice.
The first time you did 11 radiant damage, so if they fail their save, they die.
Yeah.
Essentially. And it was a DC 14, and they rolled a 6. They be dids.
Just glad that Sacred Flame actually worked. Normally, Sacred Flame doesn't work.
All right. So that's back up to the one remaining hobgoblin, correct? Nakami, did your microphone die? We can't hear you.
Oh.
Your sacred flame
Okay.
was so bright. There she.
Ah,
So you're one remaining goblin, or hobgoblin, I should say. Sorry.
yes, who is rethinking his life choices. He would try to run, but he knows he'd just get shot in the back, so that's not a real good option for him. So he is going to do the most futile thing ever and go all out. And he's going to swipe at you and fail.
All right. So it's my turn. Before I swing,
Yep.
I'm going to point to the ground and see if he takes any notice before I swing the sword at his head.
I mean, he might, but he seems intent on either killing you or at least damaging you as much as possible. And gibbering.
Right, I'm swinging the sword, but trying to do it with the broadside of the sword. I don't want to kill this guy. I want to knock him unconscious. So I'm swinging the sword, but with the broadside of it, trying to connect with his head rather than the slashing to his head. First swing misses. Second swing hits for 13 damage, so that should knock him unconscious, not kill him. It's a non-lethal blow is what I was trying to accomplish.
Yeah, there should be an icon for sleep somewhere. I would think. Maybe? Maybe not. I'm not seeing one. I'm pretty sure that would be slowed, webbed. Wow. There's actually, no sleep anywhere on these. We'll just do that symbol, whatever that is, and we're gonna move him off to the side again.
All right. As soon as he does collapse unconscious, assuming I see no other threats around us, I'm going to quickly use my rope and bind his limbs.
Okay, that will take a little bit, but not too much time. I'm gonna check. Yeah, you should be back in the token layer. I think you are now. Alright. You do not see anything immediately around you, though.
All right, I shall tie him up and hold onto the rope as I remount Pebbles.
Okay. Well,
He's going for a ride on the ground.
Oh no!
there's an obvious road here to take you in. So if you guys want to move yourselves for the moment, you can move forward.
All right.
And you should be able to move the horses too. So okay.
I'm just going to move the horse rather than.
Now.
Oh yeah, that would actually do.
I'll catch everybody else up here as we go, but.
Okay. Now, there will be a corpse on the ground that you should see right here. Unless it did not appear correctly, but I think it's there.
There is a mud stain on the ground that's now underneath Vivian's horse.
Oh, what?
Actually...
Whatever. What? Oh, there it is. There.
I just tried right past the corpse.
Yeah. I'm going to continue trying to drag the hobgoblin through the corpse. So like, I don't know if he's woken up yet, but he's still tied up and he's being drug along the ground, bouncing, and he's going to
be out for a bit. So
yeah, he's getting a whole face full of corpse as we go.
Okay.
How's this fire looking, by the way, as we get closer?
You can sort of see the building off to your, what would that be? Left? Well, probably your guys' left, yes. There's a stable that you can probably sort of see. In fact, you should be able to see that. Most likely.
Oh, look at that. That looks like a comfortable place to store our horses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but as indicated by the body, you can also see a little something else. Let me move them to the correct layer. That. And can't quite see the other one, but you can at least see the first of the two ogres. Because there are two ogres here playing with a dead horse. Because they're ogres.
Okay, now that's just cruel.
Yeah, so I'm gonna again jump off of Pebbles and pat him on the neck, trying to get him to go back. I still have. Can you pull the hobgoblin I've got tied up down here with me? He may be thrown to these guys as bait in a minute.
All right, he's down here.
And yeah, Pebbles is going to back up as we as he's. I urge him to back up so he doesn't see the horrors that's up ahead.
Oh yeah, I'll back up Ada over here.
All right, so they are having some sort of argument over the horse. You can't quite tell what, because they're... I think they speak ogre? I'm not really sure what ogres speak off the top of my head. Let me find the ogre entry here. Somewhere. Of course, I am not seeing it.
I think ogres speak giant just because of their size or something like that.
I think so too. But let me just double check. I need their stats anyways, eventually.
Yep.
Common and giant. So actually, they could understand you, but they are speaking in giant at the moment, so.
Okay. I'm going to drag my little friend here and just get behind a tree.
Okay.
And just continue to kind of keep an eye. I assume we've not yet been noticed if they're busy
No,
arguing.
they're busy arguing, so they have not noticed yet. And
Oh, then in that case, then in that case, I'll hide behind this tree over here then.
Oh, whoa! Where did this other ogre come from?
that's not actually there. That's just me trying to get their stats to come up.
I was going to say, hey, now they're pretty big. Where was he hiding? All right.
He hid it. He hid in plain sight.
Yeah.
His stealth was so good, we went right past him.
he was just holding up one branch with a couple of leaves on it. I am the
Pretty
tree.
much.
Yeah.
Oh.
All
right.
Actually, I'm not sure why, but I do not have stats for ogres that are coming up. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. But as I work that out, you can plan out what you're going to do to these guys.
Do you have anything on you, Vivian, like that makes noise? A bell or bottles or anything like that? Or actually, this guy's wearing armor. This little hobgoblin guy that we've got. If we had something we could like put him in the middle of the road and throw something at him, it might make enough noise that they come and see him.
Hmm.
And while they're looking for whatever they would like to do to him, then we can start doing whatever we like to them in surprise.
That does sound like a good idea. I don't really think I have anything noiseworthy.
Okay, well we can always just pick up a rock and throw it at him and see if he moans, or if just the sound of it clinging off his armor is enough to attract their attention. And if not, we can just continue to throw rocks at him because, hobgoblin.
I think I think we should be able to find a pebble, and then we can just like toss we can toss it on the armor and see if it makes a sound.
Yeah. So, Nakami, what we like to do then is put the hobgoblin somewhat center of the road somewhere, and then we're going to hide in the trees on either side.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, have our horses out of sight as well. Like I think, just move Pebble, since apparently they really like to play with dead horses. I'm going to hide Pebbles away. But yeah, like kind of leave him near the dead bodies and see if we can draw their attention by making noise, and hopefully they will come after the hobgoblin and do the work for us.
Okay. I'm gonna have to do this a little bit weird since the attacks don't actually want to work the way they're supposed to here. They refuse to come to this particular campaign for some reason, and I'm not sure why. So I'm gonna have to manually roll all these. It's gonna be a thing. But I'll make this work, I think. Initiative might be hard, though. Well, we'll do something. I'm not sure what, but we'll do it. Okay. Alright. Actually, maybe I know why it's doing that. Is there another one on here anywhere? No.
For their init, just roll a d20 and take their dex score. So if it's if it's plus or minus whatever their dexterity scores is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I will do the fancy rolls. All right. So you guys have your plan together then?
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to be doing initiative just yet. We're going to wait till they start attacking or hopefully they attack the hobgoblin, or at least do something with him, and then we are going to attack while their attention is diverted on him.
Yeah.
Okay. So you want to lure them over to where the hobgoblin is now?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right, and you guys, I'm guessing should probably roll stealth rolls if you're hiding. I cannot actually roll the passive perception of 8. They're not going to find you unless you roll really low. How about
Okay,
that?
this is probably gonna be really scuffed because my stealth is not that good.
I just rolled a nat 20, so I'm a ghost.
Okay.
I rolled a 6.
All right. Well, you may want to go farther back.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just gonna slink back as quietly as possible to my horse over here.
All right. That'll work. I'll consider you out of range of any sort of perception from them, at least for the moment. And Red is in his comfy hiding place in the bushes. All right, so
I'm one with the bush.
yes, very. You're pretty much wearing it at the moment. It's a very comfy place. All right, and
Look, there's berries.
So I think the idea was to throw like rocks at him to make
Oh
him
yeah, I'm just
move.
I've got like a handful of pebbles. I'm just trying to cling them off of his armor to make noise, or if I happen to miss and hit him in the face, darn. But yeah, just
So the first big guy eventually notices something as the hobgoblin starts to like roll around on the ground from getting pelted with rocks. He's not quite awake, but he's making enough noise that he finally attracts this one. And this one, in Giant says something to the other one suddenly, and then he moves this way, up towards you guys. And the other one doesn't quite follow him, but he moves to the other side where the other one had been. And as this one slinks forward, slinks. And he gets to about here, and then he realizes there's this hobgoblin lying in the ground. It's not looking so great. He's got like a large lump on his head. And the ogre is not very smart, but he is smart enough to realize that something has happened to this hobgoblin. So he comes over to smack the hobgoblin with his toe. And he yells back at the other ogre behind him, who's a little bit closer, but not too close. So, are they in position for you, or must the other one get closer too?
well, what's he's going to? So the ogre's about to club the hobgoblin.
Well, he's gonna like kick him with his foot.
All right, I'm gonna let him do some kicking first, because
Okay.
you know, hobgoblin.
All right. Well, the ogre's just gonna, like kick him in the side of it and say something that you don't understand. It sounds only vaguely friendly, which probably makes sense because the ogres are probably like hired mercenaries effectively for the monster forces here. He's probably not feeling too kind-hearted to the hobgoblin in general. But the hobgoblin does not wake up yet. After all, getting smacked in the side by an ogre's foot is probably not peaceful. So he's just taking more damage, more blunt damage. It's not helping him any. It really is not. So, hobgoblin still doesn't wake up. And the other ogre is going to move a little bit closer in the meantime. He's about right there now.
All right. At that point, Vivian, do we have a signal? Like, we've been traveling for a while. Do we have like a predetermined signal for like anything?
Actually, that's a good question. I never really thought of said signal before, but I think if we were to have if we were to have a signal, then I guess it would be like a simple thumbs up.
All right. So as I aim my crossbow, between trying to aim directly between the eyes or eye of the ogre. I don't remember how many eyes ogres have, but I'll just say one. As I aim for the eye of the ogre,
There are 2 eyes.
and I will give a thumbs up, and assuming we're able to attack in like a surprise round or something, then I will unleash crossbow at said ogre.
Yeah, ogres are slow. Even if he was gonna get good initiative, you guys get to go first. So, have
All
at
right.
it. Ooh, wow.
How did we do? Not much damage, but hopefully hit him right square in the eyeball.
Well, you don't quite
one of
get him
them
in the eye, but he does take a good hit. It's just not, a lot of damage to a big giant ogre who is the
Yep.
size of your horse.
And oh yeah, I get the second attack too, don't I?
Yes, you would.
So then I will jump down or jump out of the bush and
Okay.
my longsword at him. Which that one probably doesn't hit, but maybe
Well,
it does. I don't...
it is a surprise round, so you would have advantage against him right now. So.
Oh well, then 23 almost definitely hits then.
Yes, yeah. You even the other one technically would have hit. So either way you want to go with that, you hit.
All right. Next to no damage at all, but that's fine.
Yeah.
And
let's see, 7. It's negative 11. 48. Okay.
what you got, Vivian?
Why did you not? Fine,
Okay,
I'll do it
I
here.
got it. Well,
How's that?
since
There you go.
well then in that case, since they don't really notice me, but from where I am to where the ogre is, what's the distance?
Well, these are 5-foot chunks, so 10, 20, 30,
About 30 feet.
probably a little bit more because it's at an angle, but right about there.
Okay. You know what? You know what? Why not use a level 1 guiding bolt?
All right.
Okay, let me pull it up.
Oh wow. Okay, that's a good hit on.
Okay, so I use 2. So that means I have two spell slots left. How do I take away spell slots? Oh wait, hold on. No, and oh wait, never mind. I got it. Okay.
Okay. Well, that I think, unless you have a bonus action of some sort.
I do not have a bonus action.
All right, so we roll initiative.
Yep. It is now initiative time.
Much better initiative roll.
All right, let's see. Hold on one moment. Initiative. Oh my god, that is actually substantially better.
Yeah.
Trying to remember how I actually. Yeah. Okay. I was right the first time.
One one D20.
That's my typos. I am the queen of typos. Not that it made much of a difference. Okay, the one did okay. Because that's actually a 17. I figured I'd just do the -1 myself. But the one did horrible. Apparently the one in the back is pretty darn stupid. But the one in the front is respectable at least. So,
all right.
Red, you get to go.
All right. I am going to circle around our ogre a little bit this direction, staying within his area so I don't take an opportunity attack or anything, just kind of working around him. And then we're going to do the thing with the 2 swings. Swing number 1 for, I assume, hits for 6 damage, and swing number 2, I assume, hits for 10 more damage. And then, since it is a ogre, give me a second here. I think actually that'll be the end of it. I'm not going to do anything more. So that's the end of my turn.
Okay.
So 16 damage, and I'll shout in common that the hobgoblin told us to attack you. What did you do to our friend? He told us to get you.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, do we lose a microphone again?
I don't know why it's acting up still. I don't know why.
We can hear you now, though.
Okay, well.
So yeah, as I swing at him, I'm indicating back to the hobgoblin, pretending like he's my friend. Like, why did you kick my friend? He told me that you guys are behind all this, and putting all the blame all the blame as possible onto this hobgoblin who's just barely functional at the moment. Maybe starting to groggily be aware.
Well, lucky for you, ogres are in 5, so he actually might think about that for a while. Not that it's really going to have any effect on what he does.
Your mic's real broken up at the moment.
Yeah, it sounds a bit distorted.
We can hear you, but it's very very crackly and distorted.
All right, let's try this again.
Much better.
All right. I want to move it to the new system, but unfortunately I can't get the wiring for that down. So, all right. He would think about it, except that he's just angry and he wants to hit you back since you've been pummeling on him pretty bad. He's not a happy camper. So he is going to attack you. That should work. Ooh. Okay, that's horrible.
His big, slow hand as it swings towards me is so easily telegraphed that I just kind of like lean my head as he swings and misses.
Yeah. Yeah, he did a really bad job. So, he, I think, is done. I don't think he has... Oops. I keep pulling up the wrong window. It does not say anything about him having multi-attack, so he is done.
Oh my god, I'm not gonna lie, an ogre having multi-attacks would have been...
Well, he did fail miserably, so...
He's just big sack of hit points. There's no big worry here.
All right.
I mean, you never know.
Well, it is no longer his turn, and the other one goes last. So,
all right. Let's see. You know what? You know what? I'm gonna use I'm gonna use Sacred Flame on him again.
I'm sure I'm the only one that they've seen, so like you casting spells that are just happening to the person, they'll really goof them up.
Well, he's an ogre. He probably can't tell where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Dex save 14 for the ogre. Fail.
Yep, let's see. He is not doing so well. He is visibly wounded everywhere. Everywhere.
They haven't noticed where I am, have they?
No, he's still too dumb. He does not even look in your direction yet.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Well, anyways, my turn. My turn is done since I can't do anything else.
Okay. His buddy here has a bit more of a problem because he can't actually fit through these trees. Well, unless he just bowls through the shrubs, which is what he's going to do and get to about right here. I think that works out right. Or right there. Either way, he's shoving his way through these bushes to try to get around so he can get into the fighting here. Because basically his friend was blocking him.
Awesome. So he can't reach me at the moment then?
Yep.
Oh, well, then all the better.
Mm-hmm.
And it is back to your turn.
Then I'm going to do the swingy swing thing again, and try to aim for the big belly. It's like the giant ogre belly in front of me. Swing number 1 for I assume 25 hits, and swing number 2.
You don't need swing number 2.
Okay, well then I'll hold on to that attack for the second guy. So as I slice open the guts of ogre number 1,
yep.
I will step forward towards ogre number 2, and before the first guy even hits the ground, as he's just kind of like staring there as his entrails falling out, I'm then going to swing again at the second ogre, and we'll count that second one as if I was doing it towards the second guy.
Yeah, the first big guy falls over screaming until he dies, which doesn't take very long. Number 2 though starts yelling and screaming at you and waving his hands. He just can't attack you yet because it's Vivian's turn.
Does all right? The ogre. Well, the ogre that's still alive. Does it look like it's Does it look like it wants to fight, or is it trying to, or is it possible to ascertain that it's trying to tell us something?
It is immensely stupid and angry from the looks of things. I think you just killed his best friend, so he's not happy. There's probably no parlay here. It's not from these guys. I mean, if they were smarter, I could see them maybe listening. But, I mean, a griffin is smarter than these two. So, there's only so much you can do here.
What a time to not bring calm emotions. Oh well. Yeah, I'll just go with Sicker Flame again. It seems to do a job.
It's merging in with all the other fire that's around us. By the way, is there any fire near us? Since this whole place is supposed to be burning.
Oh right,
no,
that's a good question.
I actually still don't know where all my fire icons are, but it's the trees here that are on fire. There's probably going to be fire on the stables fairly soon, but for now, it's mostly condensed into the upper branches of the trees.
Okay, well then in that case, I'll use Sacred Flame. That's low damage.
Yeah, but he'll probably fail. Yeah, see, he failed. So
he did.
Oh yeah, he did. He did barely.
He almost avoided this one, which is impressive, since he has not managed to do much so far.
But yeah, that's it for my turn.
Okay, well, that gives him his turn. And he is going to attack with his great club. And fail.
Again, it's almost like a Matrix type slow-mo where I see the hand going up, and I just kind of watch it go by, and I straighten back up and kind of give a little smile.
Well, this one was at least a little bit closer than the last one. So he's apparently learning, but he's a bit slow on the uptake. So
well, let's give him some extra holes before he learns any more. So we will swing, and then we will swing again for 15 more damage. As I'm just taking lacerations across him, maybe trying to aim for the shoulder a little bit that he's swinging with, just to goof him up a little bit. And
all right,
that'll be my turn.
All right. He goes last, so it's right on to Vivian.
I'll also say to him in common, like, do you want to continue doing this?
Then in that case,
He actually says, "You kill friend."
I kill you.
You try, puny.
Okay.
okay. Well, it seems like he doesn't want to be reasoned with. So
His funeral.
Sacred flame.
Sacred candle. That's 6 damage. Oh, he failed it. Never mind.
He cannot get a break.
And he still doesn't know where I am.
Yeah. Why me burn so much?
I think he just feels that, it's the fighter in front of him that's doing all this damage. Because he's not really paying attention to anybody else. He just wants to hurt the one right in front of him. So, he is very stupid.
Right before his turn, I'm going to point behind him and go, look!
My God.
He'll just yell, "Me squish!" And then he'll attack again. And fail! Oh, God.
Again, just the leans. Just the leans. All right. Back to me, I assume, right?
Yep.
All right, then we do the thing that we do. And both of those would hit for 19 points of damage. Going for the legs. You're just going to try to chop the giant down to his...
Okay. Well, just to let you know, he does not look good. He does not look good.
So as I'm chopping at his legs, and if he's starting to look pretty bloodied, as the last swing comes through, and I've got his blood's dripping off the blade, I'm going to point at him again and say, "Do you want to continue?"
Jeez. I mean, he's well, even if he wanted to run or say something different right now, I don't think he would. He's very slow at the mental processing, so I don't think he's got the fact that he's seriously injured right now. So he'll just growl at you for the moment.
So I'll speak out loud and just be like, "Put him out of his misery."
All right. Well, I guess it's time. One more for the road. Okay, that's a high number.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, he finally makes a save.
He actually passed. Well, it does.
You know what it was?
It doesn't do any damage.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Is it just a hit or a miss? Oh, wow.
That's just a straight miss. It doesn't. Sacred Flame doesn't do any damage.
Oh my God, he lives. He lives.
So as I was cutting his legs and he fell a little bit forward, the flame just went over the giant's head.
Pretty much.
Oh God.
Oops.
Ooh. Okay.
He didn't so much save as much as he fell.
Okay. Well, It is now his turn, and he does have a 40 foot. Okay. Let's see here. 1, 2.
If he goes to leave, I'm swinging at his back before he gets to move.
Yep, he gets about right there. Yeah, and he turned and exposed himself to you. So you get the chance. You get the chance. Have at it.
All right, 24, I assume hits, and it's 7 right to the base of his skull.
Well, he had a single hit point left, so he's just down.
God.
So
I should have just ran up and hit him.
So Red will again put the sword in the back of his skull, pull it back out, and then just kind of like wipe the grossness off his blade on the back of the giant that's now slumping forward. Calmly walk back over, pick up and grab the rope that the hobgoblin is still tied to. Is the hobgoblin awake yet?
No, he is. He's pretty much out of it. So
all right, I'm going to continue dragging the hobgoblin through and around the entrails of the ogre as we continue to move forward.
Oh my god! I can't believe he actually passed one.
I was immensely surprised. These guys are weird. Hopefully, you can actually see these next group eventually here. All right.
Oh, yeah, I can see hobgoblins ahead.
Yeah.
Almost.
Same.
Almost. I just moved them to be visible on the map. You actually don't have sight range to him yet. I should eventually turn on advanced lighting maps for these, but then I would have to do a lot of work to get them to work that way. So I have not done that yet. But yeah, I'm just putting them there. You'll know in a little bit, but right now you don't. Right now
All right.
you don't.
So I'm continuing to drag my little hobgoblin buddy, my dead weight dog, along the path. Is Vivian following, or is Vivian staying back?
I follow along on horseback.
All right. Pebbles will follow, but is staying. Pebbles knows from when I had him stay back. He's just going to kind of stay back at a distance, keep me in sight in case I call, but he will stay away
Now,
from me at the moment.
when you start getting around this corner, you're going to see that there's a bunch of debris just scattered around here, as well as this dead body, and of course the horse's corpse.
Is it? Can I tell if the dead body is? And same thing, I guess. Same question for the previous ones that we had seen. Are they human? Are they elvish? Are they elves?
Are
I assume they're elves.
They are elves.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So you get to that there, and then you can see all the debris and everything. It's like they threw everything that looked vaguely useful out of the stables, like they were looking for loot. And this is just the scattered remnants of what had been in the stables before that. As well,
For the dead bodies, can I? Is it possible to tell how long ago they died?
Are we talking
recently, the blood has not dried, so within like the last hour at least.
Oh, damn it! I can't. Okay, yeah, I can't do anything.
Yeah, these guys are not in good shape. This one that you can see sort of crouched down here had apparently surrendered, and then one of the ogres smashed him. So he's not in good shape. No.
Oof. Big off.
Yeah. So, but when you get to that corner, there's a lot of smoke in the intervening place around where the and little bits of fire, because it's dripping down from above as branches break and charcoal basically falls on the ground to start, setting the forest ablaze under them. But you now see 3 very buff hobgoblins that are moving from where you see them now, which is out of this tree, because there's a set of stairs you can't really get a good look at. But they just came from up in the tree, and they're now heading over towards. I can't ping the map. I know I should be able to, but I cannot do so. I mean, maybe this will work. I don't. Okay, where I do the puff is the direction they're heading. They're gonna go behind this thing in a little bit and come out over here.
All right, am I able? I'm able to see them right now, right?
Yes, you can see them. Not very well because there's a bunch of smoke in the way, and you can't hear them or anything. But they are speaking to each other.
Red's going to just be like, hey, maybe those are. Am I able to tell that they're hobgoblins like right away?
Well, they look like very buff versions of the earlier hobgoblins. So, like your friend here, basically, except taller.
All right. I'm just gonna grab my buddy by the head and be like, hey, I found one of yours.
Oh God. Okay.
Did you guys lose this one?
Thankfully, they can't hear you.
No.
The crackling of the fire right above them is basically covering any of the sound that you make until you're much closer. You would have to be very close to do that.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh no! Okay, so I tell Ada to follow behind, but from a distance, and I'm just going to like follow ahead.
I did tell you that there are potentially lethal encounters on this map, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, just making sure I had warned you.
Yep, no, that's fine.
Okay, well, where is my hobgoblins? Okay, wait, I really want a way to take care of this guy a little bit better, but, and those are captains. Yes, aha. Alright. So, you get there, and, would help if I'm not bombing things anymore.
You can continue to bomb that hobgoblin. Hobgoblin.
Alright, weird layer issues. There we go. Actually, he's probably more over here next to you. Alright, they have been traveling, though, and they're now over here by the time you get there.
So I don't know if Vivian saw what I saw, so I'll just be like, I'm gonna let Vivian know that in behind that rock formation ahead of us disappeared at least 3 big brothers to this thing, and as I point down to my hobgoblin dog, I'll just be like, yeah, it looks like there's 3 more of these guys.
Jeez, this just doesn't end, does it?
Did I? So there's smoke and fire going on right now. I'm assuming that these are the guys that are lighting the fires. So
possibly, you can't tell yet what actually caused the fire. Just that you're assuming that most likely the hobgoblins have somehow raided and somehow managed to fight off enough elves to cause all this destruction. Probably. Yes.
All right. So. Yeah, I'm kind of in a after getting this much blood all over myself from the hobgoblins and the ogres. Red's kind of seeing a little bit of red. So unless Vivian has an alternative plan, Red's thought is just like, these guys are doing bad stuff. We're chopping them down.
Mm. I feel like there's another there should be another way to actually go about this, but
Actually, you know what we both speak Elvish, right? Yeah, we both speak Elvish. I'm gonna start yelling out in Elvish to see if anybody's around. Is anybody there?
Okay, well, unfortunately, no one within hearing range, which is very short right now, because the fire is sounding louder and louder. You're now basically under these huge trees, and the trees are just lit up, because all their leaves have pretty much caught fire. So, it's a roaring sound that is blanketing the area. Even you two have trouble hearing each other, so.
I don't know if I want to go further into that then.
Now, the houses themselves do not seem to be entirely burnt yet. And there's lots of paths between them, which is what the hobgoblins are walking through. So, no fire there. Yet.
Hmm.
I look back to Vivian and say, how do you want to handle it?
All right. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I wanna say let's go further in, but be on guard just in case. And whatever and whatever's there, like let's try to give them non-lethal damage. Like not knock them out if it's if it's a hobgoblin or otherwise.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to just for good measure to make sure he stays out. Going to give a kick to the head of my dragged friend.
He has not really been making much sound of any sort lately, so.
I just want to make sure he doesn't start making sound when at an inopportune time. So I'm just going to give him an extra little shot, and then.
Okay. Well, while you've been talking, these guys are now up to here.
All right. Is there any indication that they have seen us?
No. There's smoke still hanging in the air between where you guys are, and they are looking off to the right. On the map, at least. To your left. Because that's the direction they're heading, and they're talking to each other. Well, the one in the middle seems to be giving orders to the other two. And, by the way, he is a very impressive-looking hobgoblin specimen. He is even more massive than his two friends. And they're big for hobgoblins. So.
Actually. All right. So I say to Red.
Oh, I should also mention one other thing. The big hobgoblin is actually wearing plate mail. The other guys have not been wearing such good armor. But he is decked out, and his two friends are wearing half plate. So they are much more armored than the average hobgoblin.
Okay, so then in that case, I turn to Red and say, instead of instead of charging in and going out the D set of hobgoblins, let's follow them and see where they go.
Okay, that works for me.
If anything, they might either lead us to they might either lead us to where they're where the rest of them are, or or something. But I feel like if we go in and just brawl it out with them, then it might not end well for us.
Okay, no, I am fine with that. We can definitely hold back a little bit from these guys, and maybe we circle around the path like down this way here, following the same, and then kind of come up behind them the same way that they went, rather than
Mhm.
kind of go directly towards them.
Mhm.
If
Now,
they haven't spotted us.
I will let you know that the bridges that you see above you, I think you can see them above you. Maybe you can't.
I can't see any bridges now.
Hang on. How about now? At the
Oh,
bridge, maybe?
I can see them now.
Okay. All right. Those are actually still intact, but they look slightly damaged, like there was a fight that happened on them. And now that you're a little bit closer, you can see that. So,
Okay.
there might be people above. You just can't hear them because you're too far down. So, if you want a chance to rescue them, there are ways to get up. Just so you know.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I might want to do that to this one too. Yeah. There are actually multiple levels here. And rather than do them as different maps, I have them layered on top of each other. So it's a little complex.
No, it makes sense. Do you want to enter the homes at all, Vivian? See if there's survivors inside, or would you rather stay on the ground? I worry about being caught in a inferno, but if we're not seeing any potential friendly people on the ground, that would mean they're either all dead or they're still located in these tree homes.
I would like to check a few of them just to make sure that just to see if there's anyone still alive here besides hobgoblins, and if not, we can go on our way. But also also making sure that we keep tabs on the on the group of hobgoblins.
All right. Well, you're the brains of the operation, so I am going to say you tell me where you want me to head, and I will lead in front of you and head in that direction.
Okay. So all right. So you said there was also a way to get up to said
Yes.
to said tree houses, right?
Yep. Let me be able to ping you here. Or
Yeah, I think right over here there's a stairwell that comes up into this house.
Over
Okay.
here there's one, over here there's one, and over here there's one, and over here there's one. So
Okay.
Maybe
So
it'll come down here.
so in that case, instead of instead of going in the direction towards the hobgoblins, I'm going to take a detour, and I'm going to start heading in this direction.
All right. I'm going to continue for now, dragging my pet, and
And yeah, I'm going to head for this this house here.
okay. Now, let me Do one
As
thing
I
here.
drag the dead weight up the stairs, it's dunk, 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 dunk. You get to the top of the stairs, and I almost let him go a bit. Like I loosen up the rope, he slides back down a couple of stairs, and I pull him back up.
When you guys get up there, you can, in fact, see something else as well. Which is, some fairly, well, you hear them, let's put it that way. You hear the sound of wargs below you. And what seems like hobgoblin sounds. Which makes sense, because wargs are usually the rides of hobgoblins. But they're outside. They're outside. So, not a real threat to you yet.
All right. Is there as we get to the upper floor or whatever the floor is of this glorious tree home? Is there anything that we see in here?
Mostly because I didn't have time to put any bodies here. You would find some bodies here. It looks like they've had some fighting inside here. So dead hobgoblins and dead elves are kind of littering the ground. There's about 6 dead elves over here, and probably about 3 times that many hobgoblins.
Can I tell if said elves died within the within like mere seconds before we got there?
You can't really tell. I mean, there's pools of blood, and bodies still have a bit of blood leaking out of them in some cases. So not super old, but beyond that, it's hard to tell. I mean, you could try maybe a medicine roll if you really want to know, and do some examination.
I think I'll roll medicine.
Okay. You pretty much get what I just told you. Which is, they show obvious signs that it happened recently, but, I mean, it could have been as much as an hour ago. It's pretty hard to tell.
Okay. Then in that case, in that case, I will leave it as I will leave them be. Give them like a little prayer or something to to whisk them on their way to the towards the afterlife and keep on moving.
Yeah. You can tell one other thing I should mention, which is that it looked like they were trying to constantly withdraw to the east here, the right-hand side of the map. It looks like they were doing sort of a moving withdrawal, and they were killed in the process, as basically a flood of hobgoblins came up here.
Okay, then in that case, I'm just gonna head in the same direction that they tried to go through.
Okay.
Or they try to go to. And I guess I would end up right here, like towards this bridge.
Oh yeah, as we come out of this here, can we see the noisy things that we heard before?
Yes, you do see these 2 guys down here. Which
how close to the bridge are they?
Well, the one's kind of like right below you. The other is probably over here by now. They seem to be looking for stragglers to see if anyone managed to escape.
I want to pick up my pet. I'm going to tie the. How far down is the bridge?
A good distance, probably 30, maybe 40 feet.
Okay, I'm not going to bother tying them then. I'm just going to pick up my pet, and I'm going to pitch him over and try to make him land on top of one of these guys. I assume if they're standing around sniffing or something, maybe they're an easier target. But yeah, I'm just tossing this dude off the bridge, attempting to clock one of those 2.
I know there are rules for thrown objects, but this is at a bit of a disadvantage. So If you want to try an attack roll, you can make it to see if you actually hit anybody. I'm challenged to decide even how much damage a falling. Well, I know how much damage he would take, but
yeah, I mean, he would take 3d6 damage.
Yeah.
Or no, I guess a d6 per 10 feet, so if it's 30 feet. But
yeah.
but yeah, which would you like me to roll? Like my sword attack or what?
Since I mean this is like 0 proficiency sort of thing, so probably just like a raw like. Dex.
Or how about a strength? How about a strength check? Since I'm picking him up and throwing him, right? It's a strength move.
I mean, either one, Dex or Strength, would probably make sense. You're sort of combining them at the moment, trying to aim with dexterity and pick them up with Strength. So,
16.
I need to find Warg. Where are you, Warg? That will actually hit a Warg.
Oh my god.
All right, so this are we doing the 3d6? Or do you want to do something different for damage?
I mean, this guy is going to shatter because he's in no way going to survive this. So I'm not sure if they'll take 3d6, probably like half damage, because there's just not gonna be a heck of a lot left of him.
It's coming out of nowhere. He doesn't even see it coming, so it's not like he can brace for it or be ready for it.
Yeah.
It's just like dead.
I mean, definitely disintegrated him. That's twice his hit points that he's taken in damage, at least. Probably more than that. He's broken and bloody, and what remains of him smacks into the warg. It doesn't hit the goblin, because the warg is the bigger target here. But it smacks into like the ass of the warg, which then starts dancing around trying to figure out what hit it.
And I'm not sure how much of a see through these railings are, but I'm trying to keep myself down a little bit.
They're pretty open. They're pretty open, but you are 30 feet up, so they can't.
Yeah, it's smoking and stuff. Good. Okay.
Well, I mean, the warg is not exactly what you would call smart. I mean, it is basically an oversized wolf.
Good enough.
Oddly smarter than the ogre, though. Wow. Okay. Yeah.
And I look back at Vivian. I'm like, I was just tired of dragging him around. And yeah, if they don't notice me, I'm just gonna cross the bridge and get over.
Yeah, they're not gonna notice you at the moment.
Just casually throw a body at them and then beeline it across the bridge.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay. As it is, you're lucky that the wargs are definitely too big to fit up the stairs, which is probably why they're on the ground. So, now, when you get into this area, when you get to the opposite side here, and like right about here, or I should say, like when you get to this corner right here, or anywhere in that general area, you can see out. I have no idea what.
I don't know what here means. Sorry.
Oh. Right here.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
When you get to about there in this area, because you're going to see the same sort of thing you saw in the last area, just with fewer elves at this point. There's only like 3 elfin bodies in here. But when you get there, there is a sight you will see. Oops.
Oh, well, what shall my eyes see?
There we go. More hobgoblins.
Oh, joy.
I don't know what the custom for curse words are in these lands, but whatever the common one is what comes out of my mouth.
Okay.
Are these doorways? Like, are there doors on these, or is it just open archways type of deal?
These are open archways. The main ones are, anyways. You see where there's these like little columns that come up here on the. Well, this is basically a super large bridge that you're seeing right here. So these are fairly open, which is where the hobgoblins are, and they are actually in a running battle with what looks to be 3 elves on the other side of this area in the center.
Oh. Well, now.
We have to go. We have to go help them.
Yeah, I say we. I'm trying to see if I've got an option to do anything like. I don't. All right, I'm going to rush forward. And I don't know if they notice us or not, but if they don't, then I'm going to start swinging. If they do, then we'll roll for initiative or whatever.
Yeah, they're actively taking fire from the other side, so they don't see you immediately until you make noise close enough that they finally figure out, what's going on. And let me move some other characters that are roaming around on this map. All right, I think everyone's good. You will probably get like one good swipe right now as an attack, but probably not both of you. Probably before Vivian can act because she's farther back. They'll have noticed, and initiative will begin. So you get one attack. One attack. For
all right. 24 I assume hits maybe, hopefully, yes. And then 10 damage.
He is hurt very badly.
So yeah, since his back was to me, I just came up and like got him right between where the different parts of his mail would connect. And
actually, what are they wearing? That's a good question.
They look like they're wearing like
chainmail with shields. Well, they don't have the shields up. They're using longbows right now because they're firing at range, but effectively it's the same thing.
So he'll have a hard time just turning them to attack me with a longbow if I'm standing right in front of him.
Yes.
So yeah.
Initially, yes. So you get to hit him, and you can go twice because that is effectively one action because it's the extra attack thing. Yeah.
All right, then I will. Yeah, I will swing the second time. 17.
I'm pretty sure that still hits. No. It does not actually.
It does not?
Hit. Yep.
Okay. Wow.
Whoa.
17 doesn't hit? How did the first one? Oh, I guess the first one was a 24.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
First one was much higher.
All right. Then, so yeah, the first one, I managed to get the sword in, but the second one just clinks off of... I try to aim for the same spot and clink off the chainmail instead.
Yes. All right. So now everyone needs to roll initiative. Wow.
Hang on 1 second.
All right. I'll let you both go because I need to roll for 5 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Oh. I guess there is a way to do that if I have, like, a token slip. I'm not going to worry about it.
There's a combat tracker or what have you, but we haven't been using it, so.
Yeah. All right. One of them is decently fast, and the rest, probably the one you smacked, is decently fast at reacting to this. Everyone else acts after you. And he just goes in between. So, Red, you still get to go first.
Okay. You want to take a guess what I'm going to do?
I can guess. Yep. I'm guessing you're going to skewer that guy, finally.
Yeah, I'm going to do the swipey swipe thing. 23 hit.
Oh, yeah, that guy's dead.
Okay. And then I'm just going to kind of, as his body... I'm I want to say I hit him hard enough that his body tumbles off of our little bridge here, so he's out of my way. And then I was going to step forward towards the next guy and do the same swingy swing. 27 hit.
Yes, he's not dead, but he's not feeling good. Let's put it that way. That hurt. And unfortunately, that killed the fastest of them to react. So.
Yay! I mean, yay!
Actually, I should have done one other thing, because technically you're not alone in this. Hang on 1 second here. Where are they? I think I correctly put them over here.
Fancy looking elvish people over there on the other side.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They should be going as well.
Look at that initiative. 27.
Right? Where's the other one?
Stupid fast elves.
Alright, and Baron.
Well, I guess one stupid fast elf.
Yeah, her base initiative is 8.2. So I can understand why it was so high. Though I haven't even looked. Yeah. Alright. What did Vivian get again? Okay.
Vivian had a 17, I think, or no, 14.
I forgot that this one here could go. Let's see here. She is going to do some attacking with her longbow. And hit one of them here. Oh, I should mention that there are more dead hobgoblins here. They have been actively in this fight. I just don't show all the dead ones.
Fair enough.
I'm pretty sure she has extra attack. Maybe she doesn't. Yeah, she has extra attack. So she actually gets to go twice. So I'm going to roll the... Yeah, that one's just gone. This one here's dead.
Which one did she kill?
The one right behind the one you just attacked.
All right. So I'm gonna see that one fall, and kind of just like shoot a thumbs up in that general direction.
All right, and the second one.
While yelling back to Vivian, we got friendlies.
Okay. After that, this guy is gonna rush down here to get right up in the face of this gun. This one. Let's see. He actually is in decent armor, though I'm not seeing where I put it on his sheet. That'd be bad. That might explain why his AC is so low. Oh, I remember. Yes, he has a shield and a sword, but he actually does not have his armor on. Because he didn't have a chance so far to actually get in his armor.
Oh my god.
That's why I didn't give it to him. I remember setting that up now. So he's been fighting them without anything like that. He is going to do 2 attacks, though. And he did fairly good. Actually, he is going to do... Because to him, this looks like the perfect situation to take an action surge and just finish this guy. So...
I'm going to yell back to Vivian. There's one of them out here fighting in his underwear.
Actually...
You just hear me laughing. And also just like perplexed as to why this guy's fighting in his underwear.
Well, lucky for you two, he just mauled the one here. Let's just move him to the side. And then stepped straight forward and just double swiped the guy behind him, too. And that guy's not looking so great either. So now there's only 2 left. 2 left. And that's when Vivian's turn comes up. So.
Okay, so then in that case, let's see. Looking at the array of spells that I have here at my disposal, I am going to. So there's 2 left, and one
Yep.
and one, and how many can I see? Can I see them both?
You can see them both, yeah. But though technically red is in the way of the first one.
Guiding bolt on the other one.
Okay.
On the one that I can see.
All right.
Steal the kill from Pajama Boy or Underwear Guy.
First level. Yeah.
that is enough to fry. I'm guaranteed.
Okay, well, he's just gone. He like melts in a puddle of radiant fire. That leaves the last one, and this elf is gonna move to right about here, and she's gonna fire off her attacks. Okay, that looks weird. Okay, well, that one's just dead.
How were these hobgoblins able to do anything?
Well, these are the last of like 20 hobgoblins here. And they'd been trading blows for a while now. But when you came in, they got out of cover. And that's what really let this happen. Besides, unfortunately for these guys, their leaders had just left. Which is the ones you saw before. So, the tough guys had actually just gone away. But that leaves you and these battered elves.
So I kind of like hold up my shield and sword out, kind of show that I'm not aggressive as I step over bodies and come kind of into full view of the elvish folks over there.
Yeah, let me get them in a little bit of order here.
I call out in Elvish and say, it looks like there was a problem here.
This one here, who I can't ping because
the one.
But this one here.
Oh, okay, bow elf.
Well, yes. I mean, technically, she's just one of the 2 that was using a bow, but they all have bows. So could be anyone if you go by that definition. But she is definitely the more regal of the 3 elves here. And probably the oldest, but it's hard to tell with elves. The other 2 seem to acquiesce to her. And actually, do either of you have, like, history? Well, Vivian probably. Vivian would probably be the one.
More than likely, I should have history. Let me just double check.
I'm proficient as well, but Vivian's probably almost definitely better than I am at this. Plus, she knows this area.
Yeah,
I don't.
It would be to this area in particular, which is why I was curious for Vivian.
I have proficiency in history, so
if you want to roll,
it's good enough. Okay, 15.
Okay, you actually recognize this particular elf because she is the leader of what are called the Emerless Rangers. I think they were in the handout I gave you. I think. Basically, they are a group of individuals who go around and help keep track of like the monster populations, and when they come to threaten, they fight back. But She is the leader, at least at the moment. There's usually one above her, but that person's not in like the direct command. They're another elf though, who should actually have been here. And actually, you don't know it, but he was here, and he's one of the dead bodies you've gone past. Well, probably
Oof.
not here. But he is a dead body here. Let me put it that way.
All right. So I see a look of recognition on Vivian's face, and I'm like, you know these elves?
This one.
Oh, and
What? Actually, which one of these is it? Which one of these is which one of them is the leader?
The silver-haired looking archer icon is that one. Her name is actually Shilara Aristel.
So you got Sheila the leader.
That one.
You've got Underwear Boy, and then you've got Green Scarf Face.
More or less.
Red doesn't know who any of these people are. That's how I'm like, oh, okay.
So then in that case, do I know them? Do I know them personally, or have I just heard of them?
You know of them by reputation. She's sort of a folk hero, because she actually did what is basically a legendary feat. She was involved in effectively countering probably about 50 years ago, a sort of like orc invasion by rallying a bunch of the rangers together and holding them off. So she's a folk hero in the current area.
Okay. And what was what was the name of the group that all three of them were part of?
The Emerless Rangers.
Emerless Rangers. Okay, got it.
Though technically you don't know about the other two specifically.
Just the Silverhaired.
Yeah, that's
person,
the only one you know specifically.
Okay. And they were the leader.
She would be,
or they are the leader.
She would be the active commander, or the field commander, I guess would be the way to put it. So
okay.
There's someone above her, but she'd be the one to actually lead them if there were like a huge, monster invasion.
Gotcha. So yeah, I turn to Red, and I say to him and I explain who the silver-haired fellow is.
Her. She's a female.
Or no. Well, the silver-haired female is.
Okay.
And I also explain her reputation.
Okay. So as soon as I hear, as soon as I get the gist that it's a folk hero, it's a respected warrior of this area, and assumedly friendly, Red will put his sword back in the scabbard, and kind of give a nod, and I will defer to Vivian, given that this is her neck of the woods in terms of how she wants to engage with them.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, while you're doing all that, Shalara actually comes over to you, and she says, "We thank you for the intervention. It was getting a little bit chaotic."
The body count looks quite large, but what can be done for? And I kind of point up at the inferno above us.
She goes, sadly, our home is gone. The dragon has won.
Dragon?
Yes. The fire was caused by a great red worm that descended on our town. And at least 3, maybe more, of its hatchlings.
you've gathered quite the cast of enemies with hobgoblins and wargs and ogres and dragons.
I fear it may be due to the legends. The legends tell that in ages past, there were similar threats. Though I think we should probably try to get to the ground very soon. This is not a good place to be. She points up as like more tree branches fall, burning to the ground around you. Luckily, not close enough to actually, be a threat yet. But it's not too far away.
I'm good with that.
They are going to head down here. Oop. I got a hobgoblin on them. You're back up there, buddy. But yeah, they're going to go over here. There's actually a set of stairs on this one in the center here. So if you want to get back down, you can head through that.
Got it.
They actually had to go around to get there, but... And let me go and move this layer. Oops. Move this layer back so you can actually see the ground again. Alright. I think I'm on the right layer. Yes, I am on the right layer. In the meantime, these guys have moved over here. So they're now over near where you would have last seen the big commander guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because they had been heading this way.
Do we see them yet? Or are they far enough away that we don't
They're
see?
far enough. Oop. I accidentally put them on the wrong layer. Let me move them to the correct layer again. I was trying to move them where they belong. That did not work right. Alright, Ooh, I have messed up. 1 sec. There. Now there's not a giant gash in the map. Alright. But, the wargs are now over in this way, over here.
Up north?
Yeah.
I'm going to... If we see them, I'm gonna kind of tap pajama guy, or underwear guy on the shoulder, and just be like, "I threw a dead body at one of those guys."
He just asks you, "Did you hit?"
Of course.
Good.
Also, while he is talking, while all the commotion is going on, I do ask him, why do you not have any armor?
When the attack came, I had been asleep, so I woke up, and I did not have time to don my armor. I just rushed in to help everyone. Actually, he is more beat up than anyone else here, so let me reduce his hit points even more. Because all these elves are wounded, so. But there's.
You said they're wounded?
Oh yeah, they are wounded.
Okay, then in that case, I want to cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
And I guess let's see. Mass Healing Word for everybody that I can see within range.
Yep.
Level 3. They heal an extra 5 HP, and I believe because of my archetype, I should also get half of that.
And does red also heal as well?
Yes. If you've been damaged.
I have, yeah.
So they would gain back 10 or 12. Oops.
Let me let me double check. Just
Okay.
to just to make sure that everything's right. See.
While you're doing that, Shalara and the other archer, well, primary archer elf, are both noticing the wargs, and they move to attack.
Okay. So all right. So they gain. So everybody here gains 5 HP.
Okay.
I also gain that 5 because of the blessed healer ability.
Okay.
So that would put me back up to 41.
Alright. They can see him, and they're both archers, so they're just going to start blinking away at these guys. Oof! Oof! That whiff on the second one, that hurts. That just hurts.
Big yikes.
Of course, that damage is nice. That damage is super nice. That one warg that you hit earlier, actually, does not look very good. But,
I'm going to step up to here, because I assume the wargs will eventually realize they're being pinged at and come this way, and I will just have my shield at the ready and be ready for them to come to me.
Alright, and the other one opened fire too. And, geez, same damage. Actually, she just took out both of the goblin riders. So the goblins are dead. No more goblins riding the wargs. Just the wargs left. So, yeah. Now, since they had a surprise turn, technically everyone should roll for initiative, but you don't have to roll here, because unless they get closer, this is not really going to be an issue. And they're kind of pinned. This is a very nice murder alley right here for wargs. So, if you don't want to actually engage right this moment, you don't have to.
I will stay here in a defensive position myself, but
Okay.
I mean, I'll most likely just provide support.
All right. So.
If anybody's injured, then I'll heal them.
Oh, wow, these are some bad wargs. I don't think they're gonna hold a candle to the elves here. There. As it is, their knight is gonna hold back, so he's not even gonna roll. Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. These guys are so dead. Both elves get to act again, and this is horrible. What is 13? So, yeah, that one's dead. Yeah. You were actually meant to encounter these in different numbers depending on what happened, and yeah, you guys did not encounter them all grouped up, which is probably good. Oof. I don't think these guys are surviving, to be honest.
Nope.
Yeah.
So give them a cool death. What's their if you're convinced they're not gonna make it?
Well, this one almost gets to you before the last arrow goes right in its eye, and it just collapses right at your feet.
Big yikes.
I kind of give a little spit at it and then give a smile back to the two elves that are letting loose with the arrows.
All right. So, with that, this whole area is cleared. The fire, by the way, is starting to get even worse. And as you move up ahead, I think that's on the correct layer, but just... Oh, no, it is not. It is not on the correct layer. Let me fix that.
Given the state of everything, Red is going to look back at the leader elf and be like, "Should we not leave? Like, is there any reason to stay?"
She goes, I think we must know where they came from. The attack came from up here, where the dragon fire is. And she points to this basically glowing inferno patch on the ground with charred bodies scattered all around.
That's really inviting.
Right?
We must go that way. Why?
Damn.
So this is obviously old. This fire has almost died out because it's burnt through most of the grass right around here. So, it happened a while ago.
Red. You see Red looking up at the sky, trying to see if there's a dragon anywhere.
You you can ask her, by the way, if she's seen the dragon lately, because obviously there hasn't been any sign of a dragon for a bit.
Did the dragon fly away? Did you guys see which direction it went? Has it been buzzing by? Is there any pattern to the attacks?
The other archer picks up the conversation and goes, "We have not seen the dragon since its initial volleys, where it just decimated a group of us. The battle started above, and those who weren't archers, or those who managed to get their armor on, had descended to try to get into the open to combat it. But unfortunately, that is where they died." And she, of course, points to the glowing pile of embers and bones and ash on the ground. And she says that they have not seen the dragons since then.
What do you want to do, Vivian? Dragons, burning bodies.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like
these guys seem like they got it, don't they? like they seem pretty good.
I don't know. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. They do seem pretty. They do seem well. They do seem well equipped.
Other than underwear guy, like these guys seem to be doing all right.
Yeah, I mean, they do seem to be well equipped. However, I still think we should do. I still think we should do our best to at least alleviate some of the pressure.
So as Vivian says that, Red nods and says and looks to the ranger leader and says, "Okay, lead on."
She points towards, the area past where the fire was raging. So, they had... Oop. I almost moved Vivian. They head over here. Actually, they're gonna go to this rise right here. When they get here, they don't see any signs. Well, they see tracks of wargs, definitely, because they seem very large, and potentially some hobgoblin feet that have tread all through this upper area here of this little hill. But otherwise, the tracks lead to the northeast, if I'm thinking correctly. Yes, northeast. The elves the Shalara turns to you and goes, "Can you see where they went? We need to check on the dead bodies here and pay our respects."
I kind of give a sideways glance at Vivian.
Paying respects is what I do best.
And I'm like, yeah. Go up there to find the dragons. The elves are capable. Oh, we're gonna hang back. Uh-huh. But then Red continues to march forward.
Well, oop, I don't want to move that far. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure some stuff is visible to you. Alright. Over here, way over here, you see what appears to be a pair of corpses. But you don't see anything else except tracks. And let me draw a line here.
Hey, elves, if you want to pay your respects, it look like there are more corpses up this way.
Alright, the tracks. That is... Hello? There we go. Tracks go that way. Heading directly northeast.
Okay.
So if you want to follow those...
We don't see any. If you're putting anything on the screen, we don't see it at the moment. But
it's on the wrong
northeast. It's northeast is pretty clear on which way that. Oh, there.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem.
I forget what layer I'm on sometimes.
All good. So yeah, Vivian, do we head towards the dead bodies and the tracks to the northeast?
I mean, might as well. See, it's the only lead we have right now.
All right. Red is grumbling about elves as he marches forward.
Now, there is one last spot on this map that I did not decide to put on here, because it's basically where it gets to a river up here, which is basically right off the edge of this map. And it didn't seem to make sense to just, add to this map and make it even bigger to put one river in. So I did not add it. But assume there's a river right here at the edge of the map in the northeast corner.
All right. And
which is just past the bodies, by the way.
So yeah, it looks like there's some bodies at the bank of the river ahead. So Red's going to head towards these group of rocks, just in case there's anything I need to take cover from. And just kind of see what I can see either on our side or on, say, the other side of said river.
You don't immediately see anything. Oh, I should probably have you... What is your passive perception, by the way?
Passive perception. Where is that on my sheet?
Both of us?
Well, pretty much as you get closer, the closer you get, the more this is going to come into effect.
My passive perception is 16.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it will not get surprised. So when you get close enough, but you'll notice something in the water. But you have to get a little bit closer than you guys are right now.
Of course.
No way.
All right. So yeah, I will dutifully continue forward. I didn't see anything, so I come out from behind the rocks.
Yeah, I will follow, and I guess when I get here,
okay,
I give like a little I give like a prayer.
When you get right about there,
yeah, you need a prayer because you're asking by is what she's gonna say.
You notice
yeah, there it is. Is that a what is that? Is that a
That is a giant
griffin?
lizard. It's a giant lizard.
You know what? I am so glad I have high level spell slots for this exact situation.
I have one spell that I would like to cast
Okay.
upon seeing said beast.
It's just taking it out in the water, by the way. It's not like doing anything. It's just kind of lazing
That's
it
fine.
out.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm still gonna cast my spell.
All right.
Does it... so, casting sleep. Does it have less than 16 HP?
Ironically, no.
Well, crap. That probably does nothing.
It seems kind of lazy anyway, so it's pretty hard to tell if you actually put it to sleep or not.
Yeah, I'm just gonna pretend like I'll be like, Viv, look, put the thing to sleep. No worries.
In that case, I'm just gonna say, let's. All right. So the prayer is done, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, what I do want to know is, okay. Actually, no. That probably. Actually, no. I think my question has been answered. My question's been answered already. I was gonna. What I was going to I was gonna see if I can do a medicine check to see how long ago the bodies have been perished. But since the fire is nearly dying out on this end,
Well, I
can already kind of tell.
I can tell you a little bit about these guys in particular that you did not notice with the other ones,
Mm-hmm.
which is that these ones look to have been dragged behind a bunch of wargs. Like, dragged behind horses sort of thing.
Oh no. Okay, so well that's interesting. Basically what goes around comes around.
Yeah. Man, I don't know anybody would do something like that. All right. Well, I don't want to poke the guy I just put to sleep. Totally put to sleep. That is totally not awake and is sleeping in the river. Maybe we go back and tell the elves that there's a great big sleeping giant lizard thing in their river, and they should probably call somebody about that.
That's a good idea. Could warn we can warn them and
the tracks go right through the water by where the lizard currently is resting.
Yeah, so the lizard maybe the lizard ate all the bad guys and that's why he's sleepy and he's laying in the river. And yeah, we should just let them know.
Yeah.
Let me put it this way: he does not look like the biggest threat you've ever faced. So I think you might be overreacting to the somewhat giant lizard. I mean, he's kind of like your horse, just scaly.
Yeah, but he's in water and he's a big lizard. and we heard about dragons. For all we know, that's just a dragon who's having a bath.
More or less.
Yeah, he's having a good sleep. I can hear the snores. I think they're snores. That might be growls. I don't know.
Well, basically, any tracks that they might have made go into the water, and they don't come out. At least that you can see on the other side. So
see, the freaking guy ate him. Threat's gone.
Right, in that case, we're just gonna head back and relay the information that we gathered about said.
As you go to turn, he slowly works his way up onto the shore.
Oh, fudge.
Which is when he suddenly notices you two.
Sleep.
Oh,
go to sleep, little lizard. Go to sleep.
All right. Then if this is gonna happen, and I'm pretty sure this is gonna happen. Okay. Well, I might as well get myself ready. So I would like to cast at least. I would like to cast one spell before initiative.
Okay.
What I want to do is I want to cast. All right, let me look at this thing here.
Vivian, do your twiddly fingers thing.
Twiddly fingers thing. All right, I'm gonna cast Guardian of Faith. So, let's see. All right. What the Guardian of Faith does is basically a large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. The Guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield emblazoned with the symbol of your deity. Any creature hostile to you that moves to that space within 10 feet of the Guardian for the first time must succeed on a Dex saving throw, and they'll take 20 radiant damage on a save, half as much on a successful one, and it disappears after it takes 60 damage.
Sweet.
So I'm going to place the Guardian right here. If actually no, not here. I'm gonna place it right here since this is about 10 feet, right?
I mean, right about just past the body is basically is where 10 feet is.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Yeah, I'll place it right there. And
so if he comes to us, he has to pass by that, essentially.
Yeah, and yeah. As soon as he takes X amount of damage, I mean, as soon as he takes 60 damage, the Guardian disappears.
All right. Deal with that, lizard boy.
Okay, well, you can roll initiative. Since he definitely wants to play with you, still.
See, Red wants nothing to do with this.
Well, meanwhile,
Okay,
Vivian's just like, okay, okay, I got my Guardian. I'm ready to go. No concentration needed, baby.
Ogres and hobgoblins, but lizards are just gross.
Okay, he is actually technically just within the aura anyways, the way I figure it from where you cast it.
Yeah.
So, I guess technically he would immediately need to make one.
Yes.
He make a spell save versus DC 14. He fails.
I think that's the right one.
No,
is that
it's dexterity.
Yeah, that's dexterity. Yeah,
okay.
Then he does fail. So then he automatically takes 20 damage.
And he's dead.
Okay.
Yeah. I knew we had this under control the entire time.
Yeah, he's less powerful than a warg by far. He's just a big lizard.
Can we gut him to see if he ate anything?
He's not eating anything. He wasn't even damaged. So if he had attacked the hobgoblins, he would definitely have taken some damage somewhere in there. So he does not show any signs of having encountered them. He must have come through just after them, and then laid down, which is when you found him.
Well, he should have stayed asleep. I even sung him a lullaby. Now he's toast.
Well, the good news is you avoided all the other encounters. There is no more encounters to fight. But just because I want to show you what you could have faced, these are the other tokens.
All I'm going to say is The bad news is I burned the level 4 spell slot.
Okay. I think that's all of them. Should be. Nope. Where? What? I don't think it did what it was supposed to do. No, it did 2. That was not what it was supposed to do.
Oops. Oh.
This was everything else you could have encountered, but you did not. Oop, no. Yeah. So there were more wargs around, and if you were fast enough, you could have encountered all these guys with the elves to help. In fact, the elves being there is mostly just so you could fight the one guy here on even footing, because this guy here is nuts. He is the highest challenge rating of any of the ones here, and using the calculation system I use to try to balance the encounters, he would have been a deadly encounter even without help from the other guys.
Oof.
So,
Big oof.
yes, you avoided encountering him. You lucked out. You would have really needed spells for that one. That one you just did would probably come in pretty handy. He was the big one with the plate mail armor, so.
I mean, I still have level 3 spell slots, so
Yeah.
I'm not particularly.
Don't. They left. Shush. Don't poke the DM. They've left.
Yes.
They're gone.
But
I'll save all my other spell slots.
But just so you know the idea in the the modified version of the original encounter was that they were waiting on this hill with wargs for the hobgoblin warlord and his captains to ride off on. And actually, I'm short 2 wargs. There should be 5 wargs. But this would have been quite the encounter, which is why I added the elves. Yes, well. There would have... Well, no. There should have been 5 altogether wargs here on the hill. So the other 2 could ride as well. Because they all rode off to the northeast. And that's when you lost them in the river. The giant lizard, by the way, was in the original encounter. So I just left him there. But he's not really a challenge by himself. He's like CR 1/4. So he's not a big threat. Which is hilarious, but, it's what it is. I know it is getting kind of late, so if you want to cut here, we can do that. Otherwise, you could go back and talk a little bit with the elves and find out what they're doing.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, no, yeah. I think that's I think that would be a good idea to do.
Okay.
All right, so the Guardian of Fate disappears. I mean, even though it doesn't have like. Actually, you know what? I guess it kind of like stays there.
It's now the guardian of that river.
Yeah, pretty much because it's gonna be the guardian there for 8 hours.
Yeah, for a little while. But only.
Whatever shows up and is hostile, it'll just it'll keep going until 60 hit points of damage has been used. So yeah, until then, we're just gonna go back with the rest of the rest of the people.
Okay.
All right. So Vivian, if anybody asks, we killed a baby dragon up there, right? Right. That's what we tell them. There was a baby dragon floating in the river, and we killed it.
I don't think that's plausible. They would probably be wondering why a baby dragon would be floating in the river.
It's a weird world. The forest is on fire. Baby dragon dead.
Fair enough.
All right. So when we get back, I'm going to let Vivian talk to the leader because I assume she's smarter than me and is going to talk to I'm going to go over to Underwear Boy and just be like, killed a freaking dragon out there by the river, man.
He's like, really?
Yeah, he was just sitting in the river floating. Tried to put him to sleep. He woke up, came at us, got destroyed.
Okay, so I'm just going to go over to the leader here, and I explain my findings of what transpired at the by the river.
She says that she'll go and take a look at the tracks herself once they finish up here. But most likely the river is going to cut any sort of tracks that she could find, especially if they followed it for more than a little while. Because if they've been traveling through the river, it would be really hard to actually find, any signs of their passing. So it's a very convenient way for them to get away.
And then I dragged the hobgoblin right through the bodies of the orcs. It was crazy. You should have seen it.
Eventually, she says that they're probably going to go to. And my brain is not coming up with this location. Druinder's Forge. They're gonna go to Druinder's Forge and see if they can find any other members of the Emerless Rangers, since they apparently have had the hierarchy of the organization destroyed, which does not bode well for this region.
Oh well, we were heading to Durinder's Forge anyway. Do you mind? Do you mind if we tag along?
She says that that's fine. You seem useful.
Before we head off, you should really find some clothes on, man.
Now, I should mention that the guy is actually wearing clothes. It's just,
No, new canon. He is in underwear. We established that ages ago.
Well, I mean, he's wearing like a, the sort of thing you'd wear to bed. So like an over tunic, and like hose. So
gotcha.
I mean, that could be underwear for the outfit, depending on who you are. But,
yeah.
But that is him. Let's see. And I think she actually has her armor. Yeah. She has fancy armor. She's an elven chainmail.
Ooh.
So, fancy. Though she's a little bit unique. You don't see many elves that look like her. I don't even know if you've heard of her type of elf. I mean, theoretically, she's probably only half this, but she is a Eladrin elf.
A what elf?
Eladrin.
I've not. I've never heard of that.
Can Red roll a history check?
Sure.
Let's just see. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Red's like, where'd the Eladrin or the he mispronounces it though. Where'd the Eladrin elf come from?
The other elf looks at you and says, Shalara's parents, one is actually from our clan here. Well, no, he's not. From the Aristil clan here. But his mother, her mother, is, where do they come from, actually?
As she describes their origins, Red will hold out his hand in greeting and say something along the lines of he's heard of the powers, the magical powers that this race of elves has.
The Eladrin actually come from the Twilight Realm of the Feywild.
And says it's an honor to meet somebody from that has that heritage.
Shalara says that my brain stopped again. Let me boot it back up.
And seeing Vivian confused, and Red, this is one of the few times that Red seems to have known something that Vivian didn't. He's like, "You haven't heard of the Aladdin elves?"
Now I kind of want to roll history and see if I actually know it.
Yeah, I mean, you could. You definitely could. That's the way to do it.
I do not. You just see Vivian with a perplexed look on her face, or a confused look on her face.
For the most part, they're like other elves, but because they come from another plane of existence, they actually have the ability to Misty Step.
Don't they have the ability to change their abilities depending on the season or something? If I remember right, of that class, or is that a different race of elves?
I think that's a different one.
Oh, sorry.
This type comes from the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they don't have the usual bonuses, but they're fun.
Which the reason why Red knows is Red also has Misty Step, and he speaks Elvish. Red learned it from the Aladdin elves. Because I have Misty Step and I speak Elvish, and I don't really know anybody in this area, so I'm going to say I somehow met up with an Aladdin elf ages ago, and was taught Misty Step. Explains the character.
I'm not sure if they necessarily treat it as a spell, but I mean, technically it is for her.
Yeah, I mean, mine isn't technically a spell either. I guess it's just an innate ability, but yeah. that I can do once a day or whatever. Because I'm Fey touched, right? So
yeah. I mean, effectively, that means you sort of come from the same place. I mean, heck, you could have been Fey touched by one of their race.
Yeah, I was Fey touched by an Aladdin elf.
Eladrin.
No, Aladdin.
She probably won't care. I mean, well, you probably really don't want to piss her off since she's a level 8 Gloomstalker Ranger.
Oh no, Red is completely respectful, but he just keeps saying like he's showing no ill will. He's just like, yeah, the Aladdin elves. Yeah, I've met them before. That's how I got the Misty Step thing. That's why I got some powers.
And actually, I made her wrong. I should have given her some abilities she does not have. Oh well.
But yeah, maybe we head back towards our horses.
Sure. I mean, pretty much everyone at this point is going to be heading back there. So let's actually move you guys back to the overland map. Not that I expect us to get to the next area right now, but we can move back over here.
So are we all traveling as a caravan to the forge?
You were right here. The city is now pretty much a write-off. There's no way it's going to live. I mean, maybe if some super-powered mage had lived, who is not just the Eldritch Knight that is with you guys. You know, maybe a snow spell or something could have done something here. Like an ice storm, maybe. But no. There is no handy
that I
person.
do not have.
Yes. Let's see. How long? It's going to take most of a day to get back to Druinder's Forge.
Okay.
All right. If you're not planning on doing, I don't know if you are or not, but if you're not planning on doing overland and like random encounters, then maybe we do.
I think for now, because you have the elves with you, you won't really encounter anything else. I do have plans for overland encounters as you move around, but I mean, you have a ranger, an arcane archer, and an eldritch knight with you, who are all elves and are used to working in this environment. So I think they can probably get you like 5 hours along the trip. Oh, actually, you'd be slower because they don't have horses. What would that be?
Pajama Boy can ride in the back with on Pebbles with me.
You'll still get there, but it'll take like most of the rest of the day basically to get there. But one day, I think they can manage to get you there.
And maybe we do a fade to black on that and pick it up on the next one, or do you want to continue going?
I think that's probably a good place to stop because you got to figure out what you're doing once you get to Druinder's Forge.
Yep.
Which will take a little while. So probably best to stop there for now. Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
This was good.
Nobody died.
Yet.
Well, some people died, just not us.
Yeah. If you had actually gone after the warlord, it would have probably been a different story. He's a nasty character. I mean, he has like 20 AC and like 97 hit points, I think. So he's a tank. And he has like buffs he can do to his allies and a bunch of other stuff. So he's got some options.
Thank God we didn't fight him.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
maybe
good.
if I probably should have thrown in like a captain up above when you were fighting. So there's like maybe one captain still up there with the hobgoblins. That would have probably been a better encounter. But I hadn't decided how much I wanted to throw at you up above. Because it all depended on, if you fought the other encounter that you potentially could have gotten into. And there's a lot of ways you could have done that. Because depending on where you encountered them, it could have been a very different story. With the number of enemies around and all at once. So, yeah, you lucked out. Definitely.
Good stuff.
Because there was those roaming wargs that were coming up eventually. If you took long enough, those would have caught up to you when you were encountering the big guys. That would have been really bad. Getting hit from behind, basically, while you're fighting these big guys that are smacking you around. So that would have been something, definitely. So, yeah, if you want to give a shout out, you can do that. There are still people watching.
Go ahead there. Nashi?
I guess I guess if anything, you guys can follow if you want, you can follow me on you can follow me at NashiKitsune on Twitch. Same thing on YouTube where I'm actually posting MMDs now and stuff, and also on Twitter at XX Narukami.
Excellent. You can find me on Twitter at TheRedCapsNet and anchor.fm/TheRedCaps if you are interested in listening to some short podcasts about older editions of D&D. You can find me there.
All right, and if anyone's been watching my channel, they should hopefully know who I am. If not, follow, and there's always fun. We will be back next Thursday unless something happens, I think. Unless you guys want to move it to Friday, but
no, Thursday should be good generally. But
okay. Thursday. Well, actually, funny thing you say that. Thursday, next Thursday would actually be my birthday.
Well, first, happy birthday.
Well, it's not. Well, it's not. It's not the 20. It's not the 27th yet.
Well, if I'm not talking to you, if we move the date or something, and I'm not talking to you on your birthday, happy birthday ahead of time.
Okay, fair. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But yeah, thank you.
So let us know if you plan to change. Well, if you want us to change the date.
Oh no, it's fine. I mean, I have no problems doing doing a session that day.
Yeah. My birthday is coming up too, but it is a ways off, I think, and I don't think it is. Yeah, mine is a Sunday, so it won't be a problem for us. So, but yeah, we should be back next Thursday, same time, same place. So hopefully everyone has fun, and yeah, I think that's it.
All right, had a good time. Thank you much for putting us on.
Oh yeah, definitely. Thank you very much.
All right. Good night. Have fun. See you later, and bye.
Good night.
I'm gonna see about moving her over to it. If she can jump farther than... Oh my god! Back! 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 No! Jump back! No! No! So, how's your day? Yes, we're just gonna rewind time a little. Just a little. Those things did not happen. Yes. Yes. Exactly. No one saw that.